Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. This is by Tom MacDonald. People so stupid. It was trending and I never heard of the guy. I was like, why not give this a whirl, see where this goes? Yeah, let's dive into this, man.
Hi! I'm praying that the world changes soon. Can't get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in our schools. Every dude who touched a boob or a booty getting me tooed. What you expect from the kids who went to Hooters after school? We're all triggered and defensive. We're all racist and we're sexist. We all grew up watching South Park. How are we offended?
That is well spoken. You know, why are we so offended all the time? You know, we grew up on stuff like, for me personally, I grew up on stuff like Beavis and Butthead, Ren and Stimpy, South Park a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I remember me as a kid growing up. I remember I had to sneak around, you know, watch some of this stuff. Don't tell my mom; she'd probably kill me. I'm just kidding. Nah, but yeah, man. I mean, why is everybody so offended? And you know what bothers me the most with people being offended? It doesn't, like, if I say something, like, if, for example, if I would say something hurtful, that would be against another, just an example. I'm not saying I'm doing it literally, but, you know, if someone is of another nationality, I say something to them, and it should bother them, usually it doesn't bother them so much. It bothers the other guy that looks the same as me. You know, or are in the same demographic or same class, you know, like on poverty level. If I'm in poverty and they're in poverty, they get more upset over me complaining to them, the individual over there. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. You have nothing to do with the conversation at hand. People, man. It's like everybody just wants to put input, but no one wants to do the output to solve the problem. And so far, it seems like that's where he's kind of going with the why people are so stupid. Okay.
Now, being fat is beautiful. Name a thing that you can't do. Jumping jacks, run a mile, live past 42. Man, it used to be cool to just flip a bird to the system, and now it's trendy to be triggered and pretend you're a victim. It's my race, it's my weight, it's because I'm a Christian. I hate the internet and anyone who has an opinion. And everybody...
That's the damn truth, man. If you have an opinion that isn't in the main demographic, you know, where everybody is thinking this is the hot stuff, man. If you go, or go, that reminds, or even if it's something like, you know what, this boy right here, you know, this artist, like, you know, like for example, if you say, you know, Justin Bieber sounded a lot like Aaron Carter, people would come and crucify you, man, just because you go. Sounds like I've heard this before. It's not a bad compliment. I mean, Aaron Carter was cool back when I was little. I mean, it's just the 2010s reincarnation of it, essentially. You know, and people just get all mad. You know, or it's like, hey, these guys sound like Metallica. That's not Metallica. You know, they just get all. Everyone gets upset all the time.
Be angry if you say white. Okay, fine. Pass me the brush and I'll paint my face to the shades right. Let's talk about abortion. Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth?
Well spoken. And, you know, I know people are going back. That's okay. I'm sure this video itself is very controversial, but, you know, I really feel people need to pay more attention to how things work on Earth. The reality is, everything is a business, even with abortions. They're making billions and billions of dollars yearly. So, you know, basic 101 of business, if you want a business to go out of business, you stop shopping. So what has to happen, unfortunately, is a huge majority of the females just get all in the same bandwagon. Doesn't matter if we elect a president or leader, you know, to try to ban it. At best, that's going to just temporarily postpone it. It's just basic business and politics. It's just because what we're seeing, like with the Obamacare, you know, that was in place then. Trump comes in and he basically just squashes it. So, you know, just think of it this way. I mean, yeah, that's with healthcare, but with this being pharmaceutical, at best it's just going to be temporarily banned. So, you know, it's voting for someone. They're selling you what you want to hear, unfortunately. So what needs to be done is like, if 60% of the female in the states would just go, hey, let's just all commit to not having abortions, or whatever yeah, it's your right, and I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just saying, if it's really that much of an issue for an individual, you get everybody on the same bandwagon, their stock's going to drop. That's how business look at the stuff. They just look at the dollar bill, and they don't care about people. Unfortunately, they just don't. And that's, what he's talking about here, Tom MacDonald, hey, they clearly don't give a crap if people just go along with it, but if their stocks drop 60%, where abortions are basically coming to a halt, or it goes from like 100% to about here, they're going to flip out. They're going to go, holy crap, I don't know, that's just how I see the world, man. It's business. And if you want to follow business, you want them to go under, you stop shopping. You stop buying their product. It's just how it goes. I know people are going to crucify me, but it needs to be said. That's how these companies work their businesses.
Weird. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo, wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb.
I like that. You better get better wishes. Cause we're about to run out of dishes. Cause you're so dumb. Dun, dun. Yeah, man, that's catchy, man. Yeah, but yeah, I wish other artists would be this deep with their lyrics, because a lot of them. There's some where you have to kind of really go out of that bandwagon, and where you have to really dive into what they're saying, because it might be catchy up on the surface, like this is, but if you dive into it, it's like, man, this is deep. Wow.
I'm a hater cause I can't relate to gay pride. Call me homophobic because I don't want to date guys. K-tight. I for one am not surprised the world declined along the way. Give trophies to children for losing just cause they decide to play. We exercise our...
Yeah, man. That's very true, man. It brings up a story. I know this video is probably going to be pretty long, but anyways, it brings up, like, when I was going to school, there's this guy, well, I guess he was a student. He's pretty close to my age. He's maybe 6 months younger than me. So I was probably about 13. He's probably like 12 something. And just because I didn't get along with the guy and he was Hispanic, or part Hispanic, I like I said, that meant I hated Mexicans. No, the guy was just a jerk. That's okay. I ran into him a while back. We're cool. We're good buds and all. Hey, I understand life was tough, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't mean you're necessarily against a race or creed. Just, can't that person just be a jerk? Can I just be not a jerk? Just move on, man. I don't necessarily have to hate anyone.
Right to vote and hate the politicians. Ay, this is a democracy. It's partly your decision. Ay, this is weird. Feels like this a different year. If I identify as a female, then when my balls and penis disappear, children.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, I can identify with being a controller, but I don't got buttons. I identify with being a cup. Yeah. I don't have a problem with people believing and thinking one way. It just, you shouldn't have to shove your thoughts on people. I've always been one of those people. Hey, if someone's gay, I have no problem being friend with them. I've had friends that are gay, bi, and stuff like that. And whatever else that I'm forgetting now. I'm sure you guys will comment below and let me know, man, But just because they are doesn't mean I have to be the same demographic, okay? And it's the same, just because I'm this way, I don't expect them to be that way, Each their own, man. It's just, I think that's a lot of problem to me, Everyone on the show are thoughts on people, and that's part of the. I know it has nothing to really do with the song, but religion for me, that's brief. That was part of the problem I had growing up. It's just everybody was shoving it on me, man. It's like, man, you're not giving me enough time to think and process everything myself. I don't know. Boy, that's what's gonna be fun in the comments.
Want a gender switch and hating men is feminist. Depression and anxiety are trendy. We're too sensitive. Invented 80 genders. Mad the world is not accepting it. Then gave them more attention than normal women and men can get. What a contradiction. Being human is so tragic. Focus on minorities, ignoring all the masses. Hallelujah, everyone. Activism saved the planet. No more plastic straws and paper. Just paper straws wrapped in plastic. Congratulations. You're so stupid. Why?
That's funny, but it's well spoken. It's like, yeah, you get around in a plastic straw, but now you get paper straw and you're wrapping it in plastic. It doesn't solve anything.
Y'all so stupid. Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid, people so dumb. People so boo-hoo, wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb. Look, I get it, it's like the world is going crazy. Seems like a school shooting happens almost daily. The racism, rape culture, hatred that we're facing is way too ingrained for our hashtags to change it. We've become so lazy and complacent, afraid of our generation. We think activism's Instagramming memes and complaining it's a problem.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I can't argue with them. Everybody wants to put input, but nobody wants to put the output to solve the problem. It's just easier to hop behind the keyboard or hop behind the phone and do a selfie and complain about it, but that doesn't solve anything. It's like, getting mad at certain companies because their movie or their game or CD is vulgar, but at the end of the day, that's consumerism. We're still buying it as a nation, I guess I'm like everybody else. We're partially to blame too, but if we want something to go away, we gotta get on the same bandwagon and just say no. It's not hard. Just say no. Put your money where your mouth is. If you want digital media to be the rice, keep buying digital good. If you want physical media, you buy physical and you stop buying digital. It's kind of just basic business. They're just going where the money is. They don't care what we think and feel.
When there's actually actions you could be taking, but you're triggered, so you just cry like a baby. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo, wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb.
I'm gonna have this song stuck in my head for the next day or two. Yeah. Oh man, that was deep. Like I said earlier, I said I wish other artists just in different genres from time to time that really have something to really say that really means something. Where it's not just being a rehash of the same old, or just talking about not them trying to. I know people are going to take it out of context. Some people in the world they just always do, but like with drugs and stuff, don't do it, man. Don't do it. If you think it's a problem, protest against it. We can protest things and not be violent. But okay, this is where I really feel deeply. I think he might be truly coming from. We're repeating ourselves. I know it's not really. I don't think it's brought up in the song where it's like we're repeating ourselves, but without, if you look to the past, you're bound to make the same mistake again. And I feel like that's what we're doing. We're repeating ourselves. This was back done in Martin Luther King time where everybody's just with their pitchforks and their torches and just being violent toward each other, and just being mindless. You know, just because somebody was a different color, different skin, different demographic, or had different preferences, you know, and we're kind of, in a weird way, we're exactly repeating that, you know. I kind of feel this is a little more focused on consumerism, just in general, and that, and just, well, I don't know. I guess it's kind of the same. Well, people are just being so dumb toward each other, you know, and all that stuff, you know, deep stuff. I'm glad I stumbled upon this, man. My rater, 0 being the worst, 5 being the best. I'm gonna give it a 4.9, man. I think I'm a fan of Tom MacDonald. If this is more what he's got, man, I am intrigued and I am interested. I like to react to more of this stuff in the future, man. You know, hey, so if there's another Tom MacDonald song you guys can recommend in comments, comment below and let me know, man. Yeah, this was, I had a lot to say on this one. You know, I wasn't really quiet this time. You know, that's okay, man. There's just a lot to unpack here. You know, why, how are we all sensitive? We watch stuff like Beavis and Butthead, Tempe, South Park, other things that at least for my generation I can speak from. Everybody I knew, we were sneaking around, you know, where mom and dad said, "Don't watch this." That translated us, we must watch it. Just because they told us to. Told us not to. I mean, but, why are we so sensitive? I don't know, man. Why is everybody always upset about everything? Why is life on another planet is more important than the life here? It doesn't make any sense. It's a bacteria. I don't know. I also feel, you know, I know he didn't really touch on it too much, but, you know, like these pharmaceuticals, man, they're just a business. I know it sounds easy. I'm making it sound like just easy peasy to not do. Just don't buy it, man. It's consumerism. They just look at the money. They don't care what me and you and everybody else thinks and feels. They care. They're gonna sleep good at night, going, "Man, I made that million off that person," or, "Man, I made that couple $100,000 for that such and such. I don't care. I get to sleep good tonight." That's just how that is, man. You know. Boy, getting really rambling on this one. You know, but yeah, deep stuff. The lyrics were tight. The rapping was tight. Instrument, it's about what I expected. It kind of reminds me of, what's his name? Damn it. Rodney Rodkins, I think is his name. When he starts that kind of, where it's, I call it like sapping, but it's like singing, but it's kind of closer to, well, it's like rapping, but it's technically closer to singing than rapping. I call it sapping. I don't know. Let's trademark this. Just telling you. That's it, right? Alright, guys, man, you know, just remember the basics. You know, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Till next time, guys.